Hello, welcome to another episode of Ginger Fisherman. I'm pretty sure you can see me. I've got a wide angle lens on here, so you should be able to. Right, I've got about an hour's fishing, maybe a bit less, seeing as though it's really cloudy. We had a lot of snow today. It may not look like it because the majority of it is melted, but the water level's risen. Fishing a river, as you can probably tell. I'm hoping that in shot you can see the far bank. There's a slack water that runs quite a long way down. It's probably about 20 metres of slack water that runs down the far bank. Normally here I would fish a ledgering setup just straight on the bottom. I couldn't do that if I want. The rig I'm using is interchangeable. It's also camouflaged with grass. I'll show you it now. At the moment I've got an egg sinker on there, which is free running so I can slide up and down the line. And I've got a wire trace, 28 pound, to 2 size 6 trebles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little float up the line, just one which you can easily clip on and off, and I'm going to drop it into that slack water on the far bank. I wouldn't normally do that here, but seeing as though there's quite a lot of water coming down, I'm hoping that that bait just moving around gently in the flow on the far bank might just tempt them. If not, I can just unclip the float really easily and chuck this rig out with the egg sinker. I don't mind that being on there, and if the current was to pull it, it can roll a little bit and move the bait along the bottom. I'm quite happy for it to do that. And if I get a take, with it being free running the lead, the indication will come straight through to the rod tip and I can set the hook. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got a few sardines with me. I'm going to attach the float on, chuck one of these sardines out, see if we can get a fish. Before I get started with this video, I've got another video that I filmed probably a couple of months ago. I think it was a very early morning session in the dark, and I actually caught myself a new personal best pike. So I'll put that clip in now and then we'll get on with this fishing. Hope you enjoy. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Ginger Fisherman. As you can tell, it's night time. It's very cold. It's probably about -1, something like that. Hence why I've got the trusty old sock gloves. If you've lost your gloves, then just grab a sock, pretend that your hands are your feet, keep them nice and warm. Little tip for you there, save a bit of pennies. So essentially, I might have to catch you some nighttime pike. I am fishing a river which is fast flowing. There's a lot of weed, so I'm not going to fish in alarms or anything. So you guys might be a little bit surprised as to the bite indication. I can actually see my rod tip. I'm fishing free running ledger, like I do with 90% of my fishing actually. So what I've done is I've put the bait runner on, so that if the pike was to pull it and I wasn't to be paying attention to the rod tip, I'm going to hear it ticking. I mean, it's dead silent out here. I'm in the countryside. I mean, it's pitch black. It's literally nothing, no sound of traffic or anything. But what I'm doing mostly is watching the rod tip, waiting for the bounce or 2 bounces you tend to get when a pike first pick up the bait, and then I'm going to get prepared, grab the rod, and wait for that bite to produce. Hopefully, nice pike. Let's go check my line to make sure I've not got anything on. I want to say it feels like something. Oh, it does. It feels decent though, actually. Saying that could just be a load of weed. Oh no, it's decent. I've just caught a very nice fish. I mean, I'm sure to some of you guys it may not be much of a big deal, but to me it really is. I don't get many doubles on the rivers I fish, mostly jacks. If I get 2 doubles in a year, then I'm over the moon. Look at that. This has got to be a fish of over 16 pound. My PB is 16.5, 16.8 bang on. So if this beats that, then I've got a new PB. I could not be more pleased. Just make sure I get a more in shot there. Make sure you can see it. That is one fat pike. Absolutely beautiful fish. Took me a little bit longer than normal to unhook her, just because one of the hooks was actually just hooked into the stomach line and I wanted to be a bit careful. So I went in via the gill plate. And I've had a rest in, so I'll put her back down to have her a little bit more of a rest, and then I'll weigh her and we'll release her. Oh, fantastic. Yes. There we go. John, river was a bad idea, mate. Charging through. I've got about 6 inches of visibility. It's like grey brown, you can't see fuck all. It's coming through like a freight train.
We came past the river a bit ago, and we looked in, you can see all the weed and everything.
Oh well, where I am we'll put.
Great friendship with us then, so you can see everything.
Well, I'll at a minute, and it's like you can't see anything. Even looking into edge, yeah, you can't even see out the edge. It's just like completely grey, horrible. It's charging. Oh, my rod's gone, my rod's gone. Yep. You must be good luck, mate. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I think it snagged me up. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it did snag me up for a second. Oh, about £3. Alright, I'll look them up anyway, mate. Finish trying on this thing now. Like. Alright, I'll see you later, bud. Alright then. Alright, I'm trying to land it now. Bye. Yes! I think Dom brings a bit of good luck. I'm just on phone telling him, thanks for sending me out at river because it's crap. There's no visibility. Well, hey ho, I've hooked your pike. Good job. There's only a little one, but in this flow, bloody hell. Well, you can see Rob. Hey. I was just on phone to Dom telling him there's zero visibility in this thing. I have no confidence, it's pulling through like a freight train. And as I'm telling him that, the Jackie took the bait. Now the hooks have come free in the net. So I'll be very careful and not unhook these now. go. Get out of the way. Let's take a look at him. Something very suspicious was happening. Yep, I've got another one take. Oh. Ready. Oh yes, this one's a nice one. Get out the tree! No! No! Get out the tree! You piece of shit! You piece of crap! Get out the tree! So now noddy alert. Go for now. Right, you got it. Got her. When I got here, I didn't anticipate the flow of water in the edge to be so strong. This is a double figure fish. It's very, very nice. And as I just went to my last ditch attempt to net her, it looked like the trace was caught in the net and that she would either come off or potentially rip the hooks out, because I don't think it was necessarily the hooks caught on the net, it looked like the trace. And just as she pulled away, I panicked and tried to shove the net straight underneath it to make sure that that didn't happen. And as I did so, you just saw, I fell in. I was so very, very cold. In fact, it's gradually disappearing. I think that's the numbness. Thank you, numbness. But damn, she's a nice fish. She is an absolute chunk. Oh doggy. Mama's been eating some food. Now, stop moving and I can get this wire trace out. As you could see just then, I had a cock up, I fell in, the fish has been safely landed. The hooks are very nicely positioned, and I have to thank Dom because he was the one who told me to come out, and I was moaning to him saying it was rubbish. Yeah, the hooks are out, off to one side, always away from the fish as far as I can get them. Oh, doggy! She is a very nice fish. Oh, very pleased with that. What I'm going to do is I'll get a wade, but first I'll rest her in the water, then we'll get a wade, see how much she goes. Absolutely chuffed to bits. What a beautiful fish. A 12 pound, 5 ounce, a lovely winter specimen, a proper big belly on her, and a pleasure to catch in this cold weather. I don't mind getting a bit wet. Just I don't mind getting a bit wet for her, but that just sounds terrible. I don't mind getting a bit cold and wet for a pike that looks as nice as this. I am well chuffed. Absolutely fantastic. I'll get her back. Right, come to the end of the session now. I've just put that nice fish back. I've just had a chill out for a couple of minutes, thinking about how cold I am and how much I've enjoyed this really short amount of time fishing, really. So as I say, I'm just packing up now. The last pike did a number on me. For the record, for those of you who are going out pike fishing, be careful, because if you're not, that's going to happen to you. Straight up accident as I was holding the pike onto the mat. I was holding her down as she was flipping because I was going to take a quick picture of her on the mat. Fingers slipped up behind a gill plate and must have caught on one of her teeth. It was really quick, happened in a second, just felt like a sting. And after I put her back, I looked down and there we are, my hand's nice and red now from the pike bite. But never mind. The rod's just sat out there now as I'm finishing packing up. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a short one, but an enjoyable one. So yeah, subscribe, stay tuned. I've got some big ideas coming for the future. The river's too mucky at the minute to do any underwater filming, but as soon as it clears up, I've got some really good ideas for the sort of stuff I want to see, what I want to film, involving pike and perch and predatory species. So stay tuned.